Divorce, we see it all around us. We get married and we think, well, that'll never happen to us. But what can we do ahead of time to prepare that that doesn't happen? Join us today to see how to divorce-proof your marriage. All right, today let's talk about what we need to do to divorce-proof our marriage, because divorce is actually rampant. And not just divorce between two non-Christians, but actually divorce between people who say they're Christians, who say they're Jesus followers. So what we did is we had a marriage conference. We called it the Marriage Questions Conference, and we spent 8 hours with 3 really great Bible teachers, Mike Winger, Alan Parr, and Dr. Sean McDowell. And we had them answer 80 questions that were difficult marriage questions. And this was actually one of them that we asked Dr. Sean McDowell. How do we divorce-proof our marriage? So watch this. All right, question number 3. How do I divorce-proof my marriage? Because people get married and they need to know, like, you would laugh. Yesterday we came in there, we were setting everything up, and a girl came in and she was all excited because this is where they were going to have their wedding. And she was running around, she was so excited, and I'm thinking, oh wow, you might want to run. You have a long road ahead of you, you know. But so going into it, like, how do I divorce-proof my marriage?
I'm not sure you ever 100% can. I know men who have loved their wives, as far as I can tell, did everything right, and their wives disconnect, and vice versa. Now, I say that not to discourage you and think, oh, great, I'm at a marriage conference, I'm watching this video, and there's nothing I can do. No, what I'm saying is I think we should have a certain healthy fear that motivates us to never stop working on our marriage. 1 Peter 5:8 says, your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion. I probably get sucked into too many reels and videos on lions attacking their prey online. I'm like, oh, one more. Oh, no way. Oh, that's awesome. But you just watch the way a lion attacks. Peter used that intentionally. So if our marriages portray God's love to the church, then wouldn't we think that one of Satan's non-stop strategies would be to, in even the smallest way, try to divide us as husbands and wives and tear marriage apart? So never lose that healthy fear, so to speak. So what can we do to have a healthy marriage? I'd say a few things is spend time with couples who have healthy marriages. Mm-hmm. There's so much wisdom that can be gained from watching other couples who love each other, who care for each other, who are good parents. My dad grew up with really just as broken of a background as you can imagine. He was and is a wonderful dad. I'm like, Dad, how'd you learn how to be a good dad? He goes, I plagiarized. He goes, I didn't plagiarize my books, I'd get in trouble, but I plagiarized my parenting because I wanted to watch people. Do you want to divorce-proof your marriage? Spend time in particular with older couples who have gone together and learned big life lessons, and watch them. Ask them questions. Learn from them. Ask them, how did you divorce-proof your marriage? Another thing pretty simple is just work on your marriage. Never feel like you've arrived. My daughter was on a diet and she goes, how long do I have to do this until I'm dialed in? I said, honey, she's 15. You actually get to where you want to be, and then you never stop. The moment you go back, your body changes. It's a day-by-day decision. That's how it works. Same with marriage. So go on dates. For me, one of the things my wife and I love to do is we love to go on runs. We just love to run together, and we just talk and debrief the day. So there's a lot of times I don't feel like going on a run. As far as I can remember, I don't ever remember saying no. I'm sure she could remember at least one time where maybe I blew it and said no, but I try. We carve out dates together. We just positively work on our relationship. And the last thing I'd say is go to a marriage retreat, like family life. Folks of the family have marriage weekends. My wife and I have gone to these. You want a divorce-proof of marriage? They'll talk about everything. Finances, sex, parenting, and forces you to talk and work these through together. My wife and I did that early in our marriage and frequently point back to the things that we learned. So in some, never let down your guard. Spend time with people who you think have healthy marriages, particularly those who are older. Never stop working on your marriage, and consider even going to a weekend marriage retreat. You would learn and be challenged in a ton of ways.
We were at church this weekend, and the pastor said something really interesting. He was talking about how you need to cut out certain things in your life that are destroying your life. One of the things he said was his wife would go out with a group of friends, and when she would come back home to him. The friends or his wife would be angry with him. And he'd be like, what just happened? Because she would go with this group of friends and they would all talk negatively about their spouses. And so by the time she's done with this, she's come home, now she's mad at him. And he said, finally she realized, I need to cut those friends out of my life. So I think a lot of it too is really be careful who you hang out with and be careful who you are getting your counsel from, I guess. Hopefully that helped you and gave you a few tools that you need to maybe start divorce-proofing your marriage. If you would like to watch the rest of this session, I will put a link below. The entire conference will be on a different link below if you want to watch that. If you want to go to womensbiblestudy.com, that's where you will find that. This was an amazing conference, and we learned so much valuable information on marriage. So watch that and hope it helps you.